Hey everybody, welcome to the Insurance Journal's Academy of Insurance's weekly webinar after show. I'm your host, George, and joining me for the after show today is the director of the Academy of Insurance, Mr. Patrick Wraight, and today's instructor. Today's class was Business Auto Pollution Myths, and the instructor, Mr. Casey Roberts. There is none other like Casey Roberts, and Casey Roberts is here today. Casey, welcome to the after show. It's great to have you.
Thank you, Mr. Jack and Mr. Wraight, two quality people in the world of insurance.
One tries. Wow. Casey Roberts running for student council over here, I guess. Great. Hey, Casey, not only do you enlighten us with an incredible amount of insurance knowledge, both technical and like sort of instinctual, like from your background, what you might do, what you might don't do or not do, but also we can expect different phrases that I don't normally hear. And you had one in the beginning of the class, don't get over our skis. And I think I know what you meant, but can you tell us what you meant by don't get over your skis? Like don't rush into something, or can you give us
I got to tell you what to me I find fascinating about that phrasing, don't get over your skis, because I know when you do get over your skis, you face plant. Okay. Now, what's weird about that is that I've never tried on a pair of skis. I have never skied in my life, water, snow, etc. Never had a desire to, but I just know I don't want to face plant. So that's all I can tell you about that.
All right. Patrick, you ever heard that one? Don't get over your skis. Can Patrick hear me?
Oh, yes.
Wait, how many Patricks are on this call?
Keep that in.
I'm having some connection issue. I don't know.
Oh, Patrick, you ever been on skis, and have you ever heard that expression?
Yes and yes. Growing up, we did some cross country skiing, and that was again, you get too far over your skis, you're leaning over too far. You're going to go head over feet and then feet over head.
Wow.
My grandmother had a phrase for that I will not use. It had something to do with a posterior over a tea kettle.
Thank you for your discretion, Casey Roberts.
And it's unusual for me, but I'm trying to get better.
Casey, is this part of what makes certain kinds of policies that what lends them a certain kind of mythology? Like you said also, which I loved, our life is a tangle of words and definitions. You said that and in the class, and I'm wondering if that's what spurs on some of the myths surrounding certain policies. Like they're kind of wordy, and maybe that lends them to not being fully understood. And are they too wordy? Are they too full of definitions? Or what'd you say the nuns? Definiti? What was that?
Don't use the definite item in the definition.
Definitum. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. That was the nuns in grammar school pounded that into my head many decades ago. I just think it's, without getting too philosophical, I just think it's inherent in our business. I mean, our customers buy contracts. They call them policies, but they're contracts, right? And as Patrick would readily tell you as well, I don't mean to speak for you, Patrick. I know I'm better than that. I know better than that. I'm not better than that. I know better than that. Is that they got no stinking clue what they're signing. And they're not, if you find an insured that has actually read their policy front to back, and they understand it, I'll get out of the business, because I just don't think it exists. I read policies for a living, and when I start reading policies, I got to do research. I got to figure out, what are they saying? Why is this being said this way? How does the law affect that? Why? All these words, it is a tangle, and our insureds are at a real disadvantage when it comes to understanding what these coverage forms do. They're well-intentioned, I think, both our insurance and the coverage forms, but I keep thinking there's got to be a better way, but I don't know that there can be because it is so tied up with the legal system. And
Okay, so you said that, you made that remark, and then on the covered pollution cost or expense section, you started reading number one, and you kind of started sounding like William Jennings Bryan or something. You were like, any request, demand, order, statutory, regulatory requirement that any insured or others test for, monitor, clean up, remove, and it just started like you. I don't know if William Jennings Bryan sounded like that, but hereto will forthwith, in any way respond to or assess the effects of pollutants, like maybe not William Jennings Bryan, but some sort of like white coated Southern lawyer, maybe I don't know. Yeah. But is that so? Is part of it the highfalutination of language, and maybe there should be less so our insureds can understand it better?
I don't think it's done intentionally. I think it's done by necessity. That we have to have a meeting of the minds of what coverage is and what isn't, and how it applies and how it doesn't apply. And the only way we can have that meeting of the minds, you and I can talk about it. Patrick and I, the three of us can talk about and agree. But then when a loss occurs, there's going to be other things that come into that loss that are going to say, well, did you guys contemplate this in your scenario when you're talking about that? Because if you didn't, how are you going to apply the language? Or if you did, how does the language apply? And it just, the one thing that just frustrates me is that how many in our industry will work with insureds but not know what the heck they're doing, or not be able to explain what they're doing. And if you can't explain it, how can you do it?
Right. Well, I'm trying to talk to Patrick about these things, but apparently during this broadcast, he's not listening. I don't know what's going on. Do you think we still have attention, Casey? Oh, there he is. Yeah.
He's out over his skis again.
The tea kettle.
I'm over the tea kettle.
Patrick, you're there. This is Ice Station Zebra calling you for assistance, or as we say in the neighborhood, Ayuda May. What do you think of the business auto pollution policy in general? Should it be demythologized? And what do you think of Casey's class specifically?
So I have to back up to a word that you said, George, and I think only in our circle here do we get words like highfalutination or highfalutification. Something about being highfalutin, and that was brilliant.
Casey's here, and I'm trying to impress him, so be cool, man. Highfalutination. That said, this class, if you take out the topic of the pollution coverage and the commercial auto policy, what you've got left is still a master class in one, words matter, and two, the words in the policy are not necessarily what you might think they are. I mean, simply the when you start to exposit the word pollution in the context of insurance, like Casey said, that word has such a broad definition that that you could get coverage for a pollutant that you didn't think was a pollutant an hour before somebody said it was. The old apocryphal story. I don't even know if it's real, but I've heard this from early in my insurance career about a milk tanker that crashed and wrecked and spilled milk into a body of water, thereby polluting the water, killing off wildlife, upsetting the ecosystem, and a pollution claim paid off. Again, I don't know if that's anything more than apocryphal, but it sets the mindset of when you've got a word so broadly defined that it requires a judge to deal with what does it really mean. And the other thing is
simply the level of detail that you've got to go to answer the question, is it covered? And the insured thinks it's a very easy question to answer. Is it covered? Am I covered if? And they get kind of, sometimes people get that, give you that look when you say, well, it depends. And you need more detail, or you get as an underwriter, as a former underwriter, get the phone call from an agent who says, hey, I was wondering, is in this situation, what does coverage look like? The first question is always, what happened? And if the answer is anything other than, well, nothing, and you trust who you're talking to, if well, here's what happened. Okay, stop telling me the story. Here, let me transfer you down to my claims department. Because this is it's like Casey said, this is complicated stuff. And if you believe I took issue with an attorney years ago who wrote a blog that said insurance policies are complicated because insurance companies don't want to cover your losses. No, insurance policies are complicated because we thought we wrote what we thought we were covering, and then some lawyer sued because of the wrong placement of a comma, and a company paid out more than they had intended to because something happened. And so don't be playing that it's all the insurance company's fault issue. Anyway, I shall yield the balance of my time.
Wow. I don't know.
Yeah, twofold, both ways. I don't know.
Well, so I might say.
To my colleague from the Great Southwest, yeah. I was thinking about when you started talking about lawyers and whatnot. I was envisioning, actually, in my mind, the judge from My Cousin Vinny, to be honest.
I cannot remember that gentleman's name, but he was great.
Oh, Fred Gwynn, I think.
Fred
Gwynn.
Gwynn. Thank you.
Herman Lester.
Thank you.
By the way, according to some online attorneys, one of the best lawyer courtroom type movies there is.
Oh, really?
So,
what are you talking about? The two Utes?
The two Utes. What's a Ute? What is a Ute?
Casey, we know you're a big Arizona file. I wanted to ask you: have you ever been to Oregon Stop Pizza in Mesa, Arizona? And if not, what do you think Oregon Stop Pizza serves?
Pizza?
They serve pizza, but it's not like Scottish pizza where you have different organs on the pizza. It's a patrons eat while listening to live performances on the world's largest Wurlitzer Theater organ. What do you think?
Are you kidding me?
No.
Organ pipe pizza?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
It's called Organ Stop.
Organ Stop. Organ. Note to self.
I just wanted to ask, since you're so steeped in Arizona culture.
But no, I know where Mesa is, and actually I'll be working with a potential client up there soon. I will have
Organ Stop Pizza.
Note taken. Nice. I have no familiarity with that or with Arco Santi either, as I was asked by Patrick earlier on.
Have you been to Rock Springs Cafe?
No.
I recommend the corned beef hash and whatever pie you want there. Just saying.
All the things I learned about Arizona, I learned from people who do not live here. This is amazing to me.
See, that tells you just how much we care about you. We want your life and experience in Arizona to be all it can be.
As do I. So I appreciate your consideration, concern, and input. Right? I mean, those are all good things.
Casey, I don't know that we're going to have you back this year. We want to, but I don't think we're on our schedule. I mean, is there a water skiing liability course you want to teach, or a few years ago you threatened us with a Christmas liability thing? Is that something you're thinking about?
We could do something on the impact of fragile ornaments animals
Ooh.
and their keepers. But then I'm sure some of the pet community would dislike the use of the word keepers of animals, and so that would not serve us well. No, I'm not on the schedule anymore for the rest of the year. Am I, Patrick? I don't think.
I don't think we have you on the schedule for the rest of the year.
Okay.
Well, that just shows your good judgment.
Well, that also shows that I really, wanted us to cling to every word you were uttering today, Casey, because you're one of the best, one of our favorites, and really appreciate everything you do. And
Well, you're too kind, but I appreciate that, and I sincerely do. As I try, I take what I do seriously without trying to be self-serious about it, if that makes sense. Just because I just care, and gosh darn it, I want us to get it right. Bottom line,
sure.
right? It's when we don't.
Introduce you. As I introduce you, and you're very kind to me when I introduce you. But do you want to introduce like a different style, like Michael Buffer, like from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 164 pounds. He is a CE provider, whatever. Like,
You know what? I would like that, but I haven't seen a buck 64 pounds for quite a few years.
well, all right.
I'm trying to get back into the 170s, my man. So what can I tell you?
Well, today you told us all about the business auto policy mythology, so really appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I gotta collaborate with Mr. Wraight and find out what else we can do next year for topics.
Absolutely. We'll stop, collaborate, and listen.
You keep asking folks. George does at the end of every class, and I'm assuming you get responses to your inquiries from people about what they want to know about.
We do.
We do some.
Okay. We'll figure something out. Let's get it. I'm ready. I have my official
2027
At a glance, baby.
at a glance.
I do one for Hanukkah. 8 crazy endorsements.
Oh, that. See, those are the kind of inputs I need, George. That's where you bring value, and Patrick does. I don't know what the heck he does.
I
When he's
stand here
listening,
not
he's a
listening.
great asset to the conversation.
He makes me question my sanity, is what he does.
You should not question that.
Oh no, I should regularly. I'm sure.
Everybody, today's class was Business Auto Pollution Myths. Our instructor was Casey Roberts, our special guest on the after show today, along with the Director of Education for the Insurance Journal's Academy of Insurance, Mr. Patrick Wraight. Patrick, thanks for coming to the after show today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having us. Thanks what?
Casey, thank you for everything. And everybody, have a great day. Take care of yourselves. We will talk to you soon. Casey, don't go anywhere, because you always throw the smoke bomb down and grab the nearest chandelier and swing out of the room. So hang on a moment.
I'm gonna hang.
All right.